On the year, it's the Texans and the Titans on Thursday night.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, a good return up past the 30. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
And 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many times.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Hold on a second, was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers, with only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. Down to the 10, and they will score. A pick 6 for the Texans TV. Point after here coming up. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. Say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First down, Young. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. H.A. now up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw, Young. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Lockett, the motion man right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, he bowls over it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Levis. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cox. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming up for the last game on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early in the play. What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into it, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. You talk about this Titan defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Young. This one thrown underneath to A-Chain. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On play action, Young. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fourth down, Young. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now Young. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And he's caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. How does the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away? And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out come the Titans now. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Levis to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A-Chain on the counter. Down at the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Young on 3rd down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devon A-Chain, 30 yards. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Devon A-Chain finished things off with a touchdown reception. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Tennessee offense set to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A tackle made there by Drew Sanders. From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
At the 22-yard line.
Levis looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Levis. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Carter, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Following the interception, Young. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Young.
certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4.
3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Come on, stay.
Young to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big tackle.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Henry up the middle. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 43.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Young on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively,
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
on 1st and 10, Young.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Young to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Christian Watson.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few. reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw, it's Levis. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Levis. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. First and 10, it's Levis. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up in.
And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game. That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ball start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Ready?
Now Young. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. and had just enough to get it done.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing, Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Okay, right. On the ball.
Young off the play fake.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Young now from the 50.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Young looks to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air once more, Young.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Houston.
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Texans are able to add on to that lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Texans 10.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
Certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Levis on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
He's to the 15.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Now they send a man in motion right.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
And now here's another interception. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Gordon escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. On 4th down, Gordon. That is caught, and he's got some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And now they're in the hurry up. From the gun on 3rd down, Gordon. And he's got it.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Back to throw. Gordon. Touchdown, Texans.
Devon Achane with career touchdown number 70. And the Texans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover in the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back now in Houston, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Second down and 3. Levis out of the shotgun now.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cox. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Levis looking to throw.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And quickly they get to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That'll be complete to Stevenson.
And they'll have it in the red zone
20. Here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Gordon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Gordon. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Titans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense set to regain possession.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Houston set to take over. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Off play action. Gordon forced out to his left.
He dumps it off to A-Chain.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. Gordon.
They set up the screen to A-Chain.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
On second down, a run by A-Chain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Again, it's A-Chain.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Holding offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Up the middle they go with Barber. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
They run the option on second down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they can't bring him down.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted. Want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the fight. Promise you, anybody can. Homie, I can. Get the right man. Baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back.